Hey guys, Brady here, and today we're going to talk about the remake of Poltergeist. Now, let me just start off by saying I'm not a huge fan of the first movie. I saw its sequels. I think the sequels are just a little bit better than the first movie. The, the first movie didn't do it for me. I was kind of bored by it. Um, and I don't know. I loved horror movies from that time period. Like I Ghostbusters, The Thing, The Fly, Beetlejuice. Um, so many great horror films came out in the 80s that I enjoyed. And I was super excited to see the original Poltergeist when I bought it on Blu ray many, many years ago at this point. And I sat down and watched it, and like, this isn't really that good. Like, I don't see the hype around this movie at all. And at an hour and 52 minutes, it's kind of long for a movie like this. So uh, this movie got remade and in 2015, so 10 years ago, and I just watched it for the first time maybe 2 years ago. I mean, I had the Blu-ray for the remake for quite some time, just didn't get the chance to watch it until recently because I wasn't a huge fan of the original Poltergeist, but I've always wanted to see the remake just cause. And so I was like, you know what? This has been sitting on my shelf for quite some time. Let me just pop this in and see how bad it is. And I was pleasantly surprised with this remake. I know I'm going to be in the minority when I say this, but I think this one is a little bit better than the original, and it's also 20 minutes shorter, or 19 minutes shorter to be exact. And I think, yeah, I think if they would have shaved maybe like 10 minutes off the runtime of the original Poltergeist, I think it would have been a lot better. I thought like the last 10 minutes of the movie, I don't know, it could have been the opening to like a sequel or something. I don't fucking know. Like I just thought an hour and 52 minutes for a family horror film, because that's kind of what it's PG, is a little long. Um, I feel like I mean, if you wanted to make an hour and 52 minutes, they could have done more with it, but I feel like, I don't know, it just moved at like a slow pace for me. Not that I don't mind slow burns, but I was expecting like a legit great horror movie, because people were praising how great the original Poltergeist was, and I just didn't see the hype around it. Um, I don't know. My thoughts have changed on movies before, so maybe I will give Poltergeist another chance at some point. The original, that is, and it's a damn shame because I actually do like Steven Spielberg, even though he's the producer, he's not the director. Um, I just, for some odd reason, didn't do it for me. Like I said, I was in my late teens when I saw it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll appreciate it more when I watch it again. So that has happened to me where I've watched a movie that I've like, I don't like this at all, but but then I watch it again years later. I'm like, you know what? I don't know why I didn't like this movie back then. I love this movie now. Like, that just happened to me with Tron Legacy. I saw Tron Legacy once in theaters back in 2000. Well, 2011. I know it came out in 2010, but I saw it like early January 2011 because it was a Christmas release. So I saw it like a week or so after it came out in 2011, 2010. But so I saw it with my friend. I just walked out. I was like, I didn't really like the movie, and I was at a pawn shop one day a couple years ago and bought the movie, and I was like, you know what, Tron Ares is coming out. Let me give Tron Legacy another chance. I watched Tron Legacy, loved it. Don't know why I didn't like the movie at all when it came out. Tron Legacy was fantastic. So maybe that will change when I watch Poltergeist again, the original. So now let's just get to the movie. I'm sorry for that tangent. Let's get to the review. So the the remake, the Poltergeist, came out in 2015. It follows the same beat as the original. Family moves into like this new house. The house is being invaded with ghosts and whatnot. There's odd stuff going on, and the youngest daughter, what's it called, has is like seeing things on the TV and whatnot, and yeah. And that's pretty much the movie. The movie is directed by Gil Kinnan, who directed one of my favorite movies from my childhood, Monster House. And another thing I didn't know about this movie, when I popped it into the Blu-ray player and I saw Ghost House Pictures, like, oh shit, this is a Sam Raimi movie. I had no idea he produced this movie. Um, so that was cool. It was cool to see his name pop up in the credits and whatnot, or at least his film studio. I mean, he is the producer, but yeah, I just was not expecting this to be a Sam Raimi movie, and it was. And the dad this time is played by Sam Rockwell, who in the original he was played by shit, what's his name? Damn it. The voice actor of Mr. Incredible from The Incredibles. He plays the dad in the original. Why can't I think of his name? He was in that, All the Right Moves. Shit. Damn it, I can't think of it. Can't think of his name. But yeah, that guy. Um, yeah, I'm a huge Sam Rockwell fan. I think he's a very underrated actor. One of my he's not in my top 10, but if like I had to make a list of underrated actors, Sam Rockwell would be on that list along with Paul Dano. Um, but yeah, so they move into the house. Weird shit starts happening, and so they need like paranormal investigators to come and look at it and whatnot, and uh, yeah, and have I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much the premise of the movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. Th- there are some remakes that are better than the movies in my opinion. There's some remakes that are better than the original movies in my opinion. There are some remakes that are worse than the originals in my opinion. I did not, although it's a prequel, I did not like the uh, 2011 Thing movie. That was kind of boring, and the effects didn't help it at all. Um, but the I thought the original Thing, well, not the original, but the one from the '80s was pretty good. And then the original Dune from '84, I did not like, but the remake, the reboot, whatever you want to call it, from 2021, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Um, well, I think the sequel is a little better. I think Dune 2 is a little bit better. But yeah, what else is there? I did not appreciate the Amityville Horror remake with Ryan Reynolds. I thought he's so unlikable in the movie, and he was just like douchey the entire fucking time. I did not like that movie at all. But the original also didn't really get good reviews from critics when I checked it, which I was surprised by because I thought the Amityville Horrors was like a well beloved movie, but I guess not since it didn't get too favorable reviews from critics back then. But I thought it's not one of the best horror movies from the 70s. I haven't seen a lot of them. I still need to see like The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left. But it's I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. Um, I don't think I'm ever gonna watch the Ryan Reynolds remake again. It's not good. Just stick with the 1979 version. Another horror film I need to see from the 70s is Omen. But yeah, so I'm gonna give Poltergeist the remake three stars out of five. Um, what's it called? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't see why. I mean, I guess I see why people didn't like it. It's a remake to a beloved classic. Um, while we're on the subject of Toby Hooper movies being remade, why do they keep remaking his beloved movies? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist, and then most recently, Salem's Lot, which went straight to streaming when I heard that movie was terrible, but everybody loves the original um, miniseries. Was it a miniseries? Yeah. I didn't really care for the original Salem's Lot at all. I didn't see the remake because I don't do streaming movies. As if it's not a good movie, if it's not good enough for the screen, it's not good enough to be seen. That is my philosophy. So if they just dumped it on streaming, that should tell you the quality of the fucking movie itself. Um, but I wasn't a huge fan of the original Salem's Lot. But if studios want to remake a Toby Hooper movie, a Tobe Hooper, whatever, however you pronounce his name, movie, why not remake The Funhouse? That movie was terrible. Um, it was a really boring movie with such an interesting premise and setting and all that. You don't get a lot of. I feel like you don't get a lot of horror movies set in like an amusement park. Not as much as not as much as you think at least. Like I can't. All the horror movies set in theme parks that I've seen have been terrible. I would love to just see a remake of the Funhouse and updated, and I feel like it would be a lot better. Still set in the 80s. Don't set it in our modern times. Set in like the 80s. Um, and yeah, I would see that. Hell, Blumhouse should make it. Blumhouse is remaking like Halloween and well, and like Exorcist and Firestarter and all that other fun shit. Why don't they remake the Funhouse, a movie that actually would benefit from a remake? Um, but that's a story for another time. So what are your thoughts on the Poltergeist remake? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Should I give the original another chance? Maybe I'll do that tomorrow for Halloween. It's still October, so I still have a couple more movies to watch. Maybe I'll throw in Poltergeist, and maybe my opinions will change on that movie. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.